What's your
We're now on
language?
YouTube. Yeah, we're now on YouTube.
Behave yourselves.
Smile now. Oh.
Jackie Weaver.
Right, ready when you are, Madam Chair.
Okay. No apologies, you said.
No. Other Peter Jacobson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was speaking to Prue yesterday. I thought she was joining, so I don't know what's happened to her.
I will see if she comes. Right. And we know the minutes from the last meeting.
Yeah,
Which
they've been noted, Madam Chair. One thing we've got to make sure is that because this is a working group,
Yeah.
not a committee, every suggestion for what we want to purchase has to go to committee.
Yeah.
The appropriate committee, and that's PPS. That
Yeah.
meets next Tuesday. So any recommendations for what we want to buy today, Libby will be writing the minutes, bless her, directly after this meeting, so that it can be circulated tomorrow with the agenda for PPS, because this committee hasn't been constituted,
Yeah.
so it's a working group, so can't actually commit to spend, where it has to go to the committee.
Yeah.
Right. If I go to the finances, currently the town council has in this financial year has allocated £30,000. However, that is for Christmas and all year lighting.
Yeah.
It hasn't defined what the all year lighting is. However, next week at Policy and Finance Committee, I'm pushing the issue of the council having to fill out the project forms, so we know what that is, in what that's year round entails and how much they anticipate it to be. Because at the moment, all there is that figure of £30,000. Now, if that means that they've got specific year round lighting that's £10,000 worth, that's only £20,000 left. If they're classing some of the Christmas lighting as year round, for example, some of the trees, so that needs work on so the councils need to decide exactly which goes to which. But at the moment, there's still for £30 for this year in the pot for lights in both capacities.
Have we had the bill from East Riding Council yet?
I honestly can't remember off the top of my head. I think we might have done.
Somebody called Jeffrey Sager.
Can't see your face.
But he said he's joined.
The Lions.
I think Jeffrey Saigo's just joining. Sometimes it takes a while for someone's account to connect on.
Yeah, it says connecting to audio.
Well, in our Christmas lights
just give it a second
account, I was just going to finish that bit.
All right, yeah, go on.
We've got £5,006.40, Libby.
That's good, considering you couldn't.
£6.40.
Yeah.
Can't hear you.
That's good, considering you can't do any fundraising.
Just a couple of things. First of all, welcome to Jeffrey. Just so Jeffrey knows, we're live streaming the meeting on YouTube. And secondly, Libby, you were talking, but your microphone was off.
Sorry about that. I managed to block the sound completely. So Joy could just say how much you got in, Joy, again. Could you just repeat that? I managed to sort of lose my sound completely.
£5,006.40.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Hello.
Yo, Jeff.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us, Jeff?
Nod your head.
He's not muted. Let's count. So, what purchases have we made so far?
Right, myself and Duncan had a chat yesterday, and we want to solidify that. So what we need to do today is I've got a list here so I can start typing it up as we're going as well.
Yeah.
Each location, what we need to purchase. And then as officers, I can look at, myself and Carol can look at the catalogues if we
Yeah.
need to get it from catalogues, or alternatively, if it's essential that we get the same items as before, then we don't necessarily have to tender out, because we have to get 3 quotes. But if it's definite, I think Libby will correct me if I'm wrong. But if we want, for example, a location where there's currently 2 of an item, and we want a 3rd one so it matches, we can go to that company because we've got because with the remit that we've already purchased from there, we wanted to match.
That makes sense.
So the first location is Wednesday Market. Now,
Yeah.
do we need anything new for Wednesday Market? Me and Duncan spoke yesterday about the lights on the trees. I think, Duncan, you're going to look at what lights we've got before we purchase.
Yeah, I think we're all right for the streams of coloured lights. I think we've got about 8 or 10 of those left over from last year, but I need to check at the thing. But they aren't, when I say they aren't a vital item, in the fact that I think they're easy in stock of those. They're not a purpose-made sort of thing. But I need to check how many we've got. But I'm fairly confident we've got plenty of those at the lock-up on Groveville Road. So
Yeah.
I don't think we agreed we wanted to put some more of those on.
Yeah.
But I think we've got enough to do it, and I think that would cover the trip. Also, the Methodist Church. Hey, Jeff. The Methodist Church, and also the one down
Dyer Lane.
Dyer Lane.
Yeah.
I think we've got enough to cover those.
Good.
Yeah, and as you say, Duncan, if we need them, they're the sort of things that are quite readily purchasable. We probably wouldn't struggle getting those. The next place then is not places. It's the shops. Now these are the blizzards that Joy and Prue have sourced in the past. I think we've purchased them with the town council, and then the Christmas Lights fundraising group has refunded that. Do you know how many more you're looking to purchase yet, Joy?
Well, we do, because we wanted Peter Jacobson to let us know how many were working, because obviously there's no point buying them for every bracket if they're not connected and working.
So we need to assess what the electricity sources are there, and that through is what when Duncan's going to talk to Peter about seeing which office to liaise with. We could then look at that. So then next time we could look at purchasing those. Again, they're quite easily purchasable, because that's something that's very popular, and they usually have quite a lot of them in stock.
We've had them before. We want the ones that fill flat, these new ones.
Yeah.
And everything, and basically as many as we can get, and as many as our money will allow us to get, really.
So we wait to see what the electric infrastructure's there. We can then purchase the same ones as last year to make sure they match, when we know how many we'll need.
Yeah.
Have you got a key to the lockup to Groveville Road?
If I haven't, Councillor Stell has.
Because I would like to pick it up, because then I can go tomorrow morning. And if I go tomorrow morning, I can check where we got the previous globes from. The globe for which we're coming to, Swabies Yard. We've got 2 there that are due to go up, and I'll be able to find out from the boxes where they've come from.
Yeah.
So so what we're wanting is 1 more from there, isn't it? To complete.
I'll drop you a text, because if they're on the bunch that Pete's got, I'll have to drop it, and I'll go get one cut at Timpson's tomorrow. So I'll drop you a text message.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I will check on the strings of lights, and also the 2. We've got two balls for Swabies Yard, and we're wanting a 3rd. Yeah. So went to order that, but we're all right ordering that for.
Yeah, we're just going to have this. So the next one I've got is Cross Street, because of the tree in Cross Street with lights. Is that fine as it is, or does it need anything else?
No, that is what we're looking at for a major purchase, wasn't it? We wanted something different in there. We could do to consult with Tom and whatever, and because that's his sort of pigeon, isn't it? Where they want, I think the Lib Dems are wanting a statement piece on there, and I haven't a problem with that. Have you, Anne?
No.
So it is what it is, and
Yeah.
we need to look at the catalogue. I think we're early enough still, but we need to
Yeah.
have a word with them about that statement piece. So that
Yeah.
wants to go for opinions from property and services, but we're
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
I was bothered about the sleigh, because if we're not going to be absolutely free, if people are going to sit on it, it's got to be washed, cleaned, all that stuff.
So North Bar within, is there anything else required for North Bar within?
Not as far as I'm aware. We're just chasing up. I'm just chasing up the gentleman that does North Bar to see what maintenance needs doing on the
Yeah.
uplighters there.
Yeah.
On North Bar.
The Saturday marketplace.
No,
Do we need
I don't think there's anything there, is there, at the moment?
I think that's all sorted, isn't it? That's fine.
Is that all
Coronation-
you, Jeff? Are you doing the
Yeah.
tree in Market Cross this year?
Can't hear
Can you hear us, Jeff?
you. No.
No. Anyway, I'll have to ring Jeff after the meeting and I'll sort that.
Coronation Garden, we did talk about the idea. I think you were going. You were thinking, Duncan and Joy, of purchasing some lights yourselves to see if they worked,
I've got
and then
them.
for your
Yeah.
garden, and then if they did, we'd look at.
I've got them, but I haven't put them up yet. I'll do that over the next 2 days to see if we can get them going. I've only had them 2 months, so I haven't had a chance to
You
do
ordered
it.
them exactly just after you finished, and they've arrived, and they've sat in the shed ever since.
But again, they're quite easily purchasable as well.
Yeah.
I've got some solar lights in my garden at the moment. I purchased them 2 Christmases ago and then realised I couldn't have them out in full sun for 3 days because it was the middle of the winter. So this spring I put them out and I've stuck them on the fence because they're actually working now, but I'm sure they wouldn't work in the winter.
Well, Lane, I think that's all sorted now. They're up, and I think they're staying up because people seem to like them.
Yes.
I think that's what's been meant in terms of lighting up the town.
We could do with them switching off for the summer, couldn't we, if they get the chance? But I mean, it's not a dramatic thing.
Well, after next week, the night's drawing, you know.
Yeah.
And-
They're on a
and it-
downward slope.
And it's quite interesting. If you go to Cottingham, they've left their lights up all year. They're not necessarily on, but they've left them in situ because of the complications of getting them down through COVID. Memorial Hall.
They've had to come down, but they'll go back up. We said we wanted to purchase.
Another lot. Yeah.
Again, I need to check that up. Did we say that we have 2 lots for the chicks? We must have 1 lot. I think we've got 1 more string to come down.
I think you
We
wanted to
didn't
have
use all
more.
the ones we purchased last year.
Yeah.
Were they all used last year?
No, I don't think they were.
No.
I think we left
Okay.
one. I think we put 2 pieces up and we ordered 3. And so if we order 1 more, let's put it up. Let's say we want to order 1 more, Matt. I think 1. But anyway, put 2 down to get approved for 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we can cut back if we've got the string. But that wants approving. That's to do the 2 cheeks at Memorial Hall.
So they're basically the same. Two more of what got last year from
Yeah.
Memorial Hall.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So we can get that was for Bleshare. I'm sure that was with Bleshare.
It was, yeah.
So,
Station Square.
now, Station Square, we've got 3 pieces up which were reconditioned, and I don't think we'll be able to get them again.
Yeah.
So we're looking at 2 new pieces to go on the other side, on the station side of the road, as opposed to. So we want to propose to property and services that we're going to buy 2 of those. And Matt and I had a look at quite nice ones yesterday, but we want them to look similar to the ones we've already got up, if that's fair enough. Is that all right if we go ahead and
Sounds
do
good.
those?
Yeah.
So
That's
we'll identify which ones they are with prices and take that to PPS.
Yeah,
We will do, yeah.
for approval, but we want those 2. We want 2 more fittings for there. But I don't think we'll be able to get them to match exactly. But I mean, it
Well, I
won't
think
matter, they're not side by side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with it being on the other side of the road, I
Road.
don't think it'll matter as much.
Yeah.
No.
They'll be in the same sort of location up the columns, but if they're not
Yes.
quite the same design, it'll be fine. Landers Lane, that was on there because we did consider the idea of approaching the businesses once again, given the fact it had gone down well on Lane. But
yeah.
do we think that's a goer or not? Or should we just write that one off now?
When I walk through town, I noticed there's a for sale, an investment sale of the property on the, as you're looking at it on the right hand side where the little what shop is it?
Yeah.
There's
The
second-hand shop.
second-hand shop place on that corner. So
Yeah, CEX.
if the landlord, if it's been bought by somebody else, it might be a goer because they
Yeah.
might be more amenable than the existing
Yeah.
owner of the properties.
So that's in abeyance,
So
and we'll watch that space.
Watch
Yeah.
that space to see if it's
Yeah.
actually sold
Yeah.
or not.
That sounds good, because if we could get them to agree, it would match up with Well Lane, it would look good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Swaby's Yard.
Swaby's Yards, that's the one item we want to match the other two, which I'm going
Yeah.
to look at as soon as I can get in the unit.
Yeah. And then Salmon Road, that was something again, I think that was waiting for Peter Jacobson, or should we say East Riding of Yorkshire, to say what could happen in Salmon Road area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's nothing.
I will
So-
mention it to Peter. I'll mention it to Peter because
And
we want to be on with that.
And the same with Hull Road, because I think you were talking about something around the
Beck end.
back end, but that was down to whether or something could actually be done electric wise.
I think it looked certainly possible. It could go in that bed that's
Yeah.
this has held the wooden barge for quite a time that's no
Yeah.
longer there. But I think it'd be quite possible to put something on there. So, but
Yeah.
can we put a PC sum in let's have a decent sort of PC sum into the full count, to the council. Say, I don't know, you'll be able to get a feel of it, Matt. Is it 2,000 to 2,500 per item there? If they're going to be quite a statement, please.
If they're going to be statements, we could ask PPS to allocate up to,
Yeah.
say, £2,000 for Cross Street and the Beck Head, because they're two places that we know we want statement pieces. We're
Yeah.
not sure on the price, but we need PPS to okay the ring fencing of that for each of those.
Yeah.
Would that be suitable?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
That's good.
And then the final one I've got on my list is, I know Duncan was going to have a meeting with them, is Cherry Tree Centre.
I'm meeting Joe down at Cherry Tree Centre tomorrow at 11 o'clock to have a look and just see what sort of idea they've got for it. Whether they want curtain lighting on the front of it, like we've had at the Memorial Hall, or I'll have a discussion and I'll come back to you tomorrow, Matt. And
again, that might be quite depending what they want, because it's more or less it'd be like putting lights on your house. They'll be more readily available rather than having something necessarily specially bought in.
because I don't know, they don't really have do's on a night there, do they? Parties or anything?
No.
No.
That I was going to say, so it wouldn't be something. I mean, hopefully, it'd be something we could put up and leave up all year, but we
Yeah.
haven't switched off. Because, like with the Memorial Hall, I was just disappointed that they didn't want it up at the front, because I thought it added to the Memorial Hall, and that if they were having a party or if they're having an event there, they could switch the lights on, because that's how it was set up, and it would liven the place up. But that was we're in their hands, and they decide what they're doing there, and we've got to kowtow is maybe the wrong word, but you know what I mean. We've got to listen to what they're saying.
Right. So I have a clear idea now of which items, and we're still waiting for. It's a mixture of waiting for the East Riding to okay regarding the electrics element. Duncan's going to double check by the boxing, etc., which ones we got from last year. Those two locations for asking money to be ring fenced. Libby, I think I've got enough there for us to take for a PPS as well. Do you think there's enough there?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you don't want to ask them for some for the Cherry Tree Centre, then you don't want to put something aside for that.
Yeah, we better do.
Again, I would think it'd be a one-off. What do we say, up to 2,000 again?
Yeah. And then we'll
say we're being belt and braces at that.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
2,000 for each of those three. and then we can assess it as we get, near the time with prices. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So,
honestly-
I mean, you've got 2 strings then for the Memorial Hall, Station Square, 2 pieces for there, Cross Street and Beckhead up to £2,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Cherry Tree Centre, £2,000. And the, before that, the Blizzard things or whatever it was, I got a bit confused there. What are you doing?
Yeah, there's one more for Swaby's Yard, and the actual blizzards. We've got to wait to see what the East Riding can verify regarding the electrical infrastructure, where we can put them before Joy and Prue can actually say, right, we want this many, because we don't know where we'll be able to put them.
Yeah.
But to be fair, the blizzards we don't have to worry about, because Joy and Prue are doing that through their committee. So we don't need council approval for that. We can just get on with it.
Yeah, you just need to wait till you can physically do it with the electric.
So where was the 2 globes then? Where were that? Where was that? The 2 globes?
No, it isn't 2 globes. It's 2 pieces, the 2 lamppost pieces, and they're for Railway Square.
All right, that's that then. That's Station Square or
Station Square.
yeah.
There's 2 lamp pieces for there and 1 lamp piece for a different lamp piece for Dyer Lane.
1 for
Swaby's
Swaby's
Yard.
Yard. Swaby's Yard, 1. Yeah, got that.
This really all needs doing, doesn't it, before the end of this month? That's where we need to set this target sort of date for both East Riding, a reply from East Riding regarding what they're doing, and also get these orders in, get our ducks, get cracking on various things and get our ducks in the road so we can get them ordered before the end of.
Yeah, and even if we've not got them ordered, we know the money's ring fenced. It's like the statement pieces. We could meet again before the end of August. Sorry, before the end of July, just to say right. And I could put some proposals to you, saying right here are some suggestions with prices.
You only want £2,000 for 2 statement pieces at Cross Street and the Beckhead.
The back head,
2,000 each.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, and a further 2,000 for Cherry Tree.
But Cross Street, you're looking at something really, I think you'll need more than 2,000.
I would think.
To be fair.
I would. Let's put it up to 5,000 for Cross Street, because I think we don't have to spend it, but let's put that PC sum in for their agreement.
Yeah.
Because they want a real statement piece there to replace that tree, don't they?
Well, quite, things like a big statement will cost more than £2,000.
Could I suggest £2,000 for Cherry Tree and £6,000 for combined Beckhead and Cross Street?
That sense, Matt.
Then that gives flexibility.
Yeah.
But we still have to for a ring fenced amount. Because if it's 6 for the 2 combined.
Yes, that sense.
Sounds good.
I mean, it's look a mess now.
I'm sure they'll look neater later.
They'll not go then, Libby. Did I just say that in a YouTube meeting?
Bleep.
Jeff, can you hear us, Jeff? Is there anything?
It looks like it's
just frozen.
It's frozen.
Because I'll phone Jeff to find out what's going on with the Market Cross, because we may have to take, see what assistance the Lions, if they're going to do it, and if not, what assistance or what needs doing regarding the Market Cross.
Yeah.
Because the other things on the agenda, Madam Chair, we've kind of already touched on number 6, which is a lot of it's the electrical work and purchases. We've looked at those combined, and Duncan's going to later the East Riding, and the final item is the switch on ceremony, which is usually led by the Lions. But of course, we're still, given how the state of things currently, we're not sure whether or not something like that would go ahead. So it's still a bit up in the air, I'd assume. But Duncan, you could discuss that with Jeff.
Yeah, I will do. Now, could I propose that we have a meeting early, 2nd week of July? Is anybody going abroad or anything?
No, I don't think so.
No, I was just thinking, just a quick touch base, a 5-10 minute meeting, at the second week, sort of
Yeah.
second week in July, just to get us focused, so we can, you know, a 5 or 10 minute meeting just to say where we are and just
Yeah.
keep everybody in the loop and going forward.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm
I'm going to
just
propose
looking,
maybe meeting with Tom. I'll get Tom there on a night, maybe just for 10 minutes, just a quick.
Yeah.
Would that make sense, Matt?
yeah, I'm just looking at the calendar. So I think Councillor Horsley's got his hand to speak.
Yeah. Sorry to be slow. I'm suffering terribly from hay fever. But one thing that I've been wondering about over the last week or so is, what about the corner of St Mary's Primary School grounds on Manor Road and Eden Road, that corner? It would make a little bit of a statement that you're coming into Beverley there.
It's not Beverley. It's not Beverley Town.
It is Beverley Town.
It
No,
is.
it's Rosecroft.
No, it's Beverley Town.
It is Beverley Town. That side of the road is because we've got one of our notice boards just further around the road, so it's just on the edge of the boundary.
The boundary goes 4 houses further on that side of the road.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry.
So what you're saying, in their grounds?
In the primary school garden, yes, I would think.
So, well, let's investigate it then, if you think that. I think, yeah, it's another major thoroughfare into the town that we could maybe do something with, David, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the bar is, we've got something on that road coming in, which covers York Road and New Walk, doesn't it, if we can get the North Bar up and running.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's electrics, the roundabout. I'll add that to what I'm speaking. I'll go and have a look myself, because it'll depend a bit on where the street lighting is, whether they can get electric supply to it, David.
Yes.
So I'll go and have a look there, and then I'll raise it with Peter Jacobson. But yeah, let's look into it. If we can get the electrics to it, then we should approach the school to
And we
see
need to
if they're
speak
happy enough for something to go up there.
And we need to speak to the school, presumably.
Yeah, but let's
Yes,
check
of
whether we
course.
can get the electrics there first.
Yeah.
Just looking at the calendar, the second Tuesday is the 13th. So how about 6:30 on the 13th of July?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, just a very short meeting, just to confirm
Yeah.
what we've actually got done. If anything, it still sounds a bit like that, isn't it?
I mean, most of it's.
Yeah, it's agreed, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just we need Tom to say what he wants doing about this statement thing.
Yeah. So 6:30 on the 13th of July.
Yeah.
There's no other meetings that week, but there's
Yeah.
quite a lot to prepare for meetings the following week, so that's perfect timing.
But there shouldn't be a lot of work involved in it, Matt. is
No,
there, really?
no.
It's just
No.
tick, 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 hopefully. Yes,
Yeah.
done.
And to know, and then we'd know by then who we need to be in touch with instead of Peter.
Yes, yeah. Hopefully I'll have a report by then back from the East Riding about what's, timetable from them, a specific time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, are we all done then?
I think so. Yeah.
I think that. Do you need any more clarifications, Libby?
No, because we can work it out, can't we?
Yeah. Okay, then.
Anybody
that
else
case-
anything you want to say? No. Right.
I'll end the meeting on. Stop the live stream now at 13:27 according to my computer, but that might be slightly wrong. But as close as
You're
we
a
are
bit
to half.
slow.
Yeah.
13.